Happy New Year. Welcome to another episode of the
Who Cares podcast.
My name is Cookie.
This is Jello.
It's Ashi here.
And we are back po. After na aming umpiang,
Alive
we
and
had
kicking.
we had a few moments to pause and breathe. Ano ba pause and breathe talaga? But we are back and we are here to really commit to a once a month episode. So, yes, please hold us accountable. We will also hold ourselves accountable. May punishment po kami. Magbabayad ng 1 million ang no, just kidding.
One maleta. Halo, bumalik pa din.
Babalik din naman ba tayo sa... No, just kidding. But yes, we are welcoming 2026 with a different topic. I know that, most of the... I think everyone kind of... ano tawag dyan? They expect us to talk about resolutions and all, but we're going against the flow. We're gonna be talking about something different this 2026. So instead of adding more goals, which sometimes can be like more pressure, for another year, more expectations, we're actually choosing to let go.
Excited.
Diba?
Yeah. So, in this New Year episode of Who Cares podcast, we talk about the things Filipino millennials are silently carrying and finally deciding to release. Because sometimes the reset isn't about becoming more, it's about unlearning what no longer serves us.
True.
Yeah, so magla-live selling kami, guys.
Yeah.
We are letting go of our clothes. Uy, meron ba interested dyan?
We're letting go of the laptop. No, just kidding.
Joke lang. But yeah, really interesting to talk about letting go. It's not something anyone would I think do
Yeah.
normally as a new year na ritual.
True.
But yeah, so this episode is for anyone who feels behind, pressured, exhausted from trying to live up to the timelines that were never theirs to begin with. So we are going to talk about what are those things that we think are just appropriate to let go so we can move forward to a better 2026. And thank you.
A better 2026. That's what we want. And the things that we'll be talking about, since as she mentioned about timelines, friend, you want to start off with, timelines?
Yeah. This is great topic to really let go na is yung mga dapat ganito na ako by this age. 'Di ba? Culturally dito sa Philippines, like we're expected from us na kapag 25 ka na, you already have a career, you've built a house, you have your own beautiful relationship, family,
Feel any pressure?
'di ba?
No.
So, wag friend, wag maging wag ma-pressure sa mga gano'n na klase ng mga timelines ng ibang tao, 'di ba? Like for example, you've already reached a position in the corporate world na dapat ganito na tayo by this age. So, you have to let go of those timelines kasi sometimes if we're too pressured to reaching those kinds of goals, we forget how to live a life, 'di ba? Yeah, you miss out a lot of things like really having fun, having a life that you really wanted to have, like exploring new ideas, being silly, 'di ba? Kasi kapag like for example, kapag natigulang na ka, 'di ba? You'll have so much regrets because you haven't done anything na ganing memorable sa imuhang life kay you were too focused on achieving these goals na lahi man nga tao ang nag-impose sa imuha.
It's the word. Someone else imposed it on you
Yeah,
because it's
even if
cultural.
it's a family member, even if it's someone you love, pero because culturally murag expected from us na ingani na ta, so kita pud maningkamot ta, di ba? Like a lot of people are getting burnt out really easily kay tungod giingon ni mama, giingon ni papa,
Sino mama
'di ba?
papa yan?
Ah,
So really, you have to like breathe pod, 'di ba? No, give yourself a break, and then just don't sometimes magud dili kailangan maging seryoso sa kinabuhi gani. Yeah, life is simple manggod. Sometimes I'm actually for me most of the time ang mga tao ang nagapa-complicate sa life, 'di ba? So that's why it becomes too complex to handle. So breathe in, relax, and let go.
Ay, paano mag-breathe in?
in through the
Ingato lang
nose,
ha.
out through the puwet. What?
Sorry naman. Sorry naman. Bigla naging meditation. But yes, it's a very good way to start 2026 because again, we're not saying that though having those timelines, some of us have followed that, some of us haven't. Having those timelines aren't really bad. It's just that the pressure that comes with it, if you take it really too seriously, just like what Jala said, it robs you of, the daily joys of life. So, anything you want to add to that, Mali?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Akala mo nag-isip ako. Nothing.
Thank you
I
so
have
much.
nothing.
Thank you so much for that wonderful answer. No, just kidding. But yes, let's let go of that this 2026. And another thing that we want you to think about of letting go this 2026 then, which I was guilty of, I have to admit. I think most of us are guilty of this as well. We want to let go releasing people pleasing and the need to be everything for everyone. Oh, hindi po tayo ginawang 911 ng mundo. You can always say no if it's against, your values, if your health doesn't permit it. Yung mga ganon. I know that people pleasing can involve saying yes even though you mean no because again, you don't want to offend this person. You want to be that good friend. The way we define a good friend is really being there even though you're sacrificing your own well-being na. So this 2026, let's not disservice ourselves and others with dishonesty. I think there's a big difference. People pleasing really is, there's a big difference with being polite, being not rude. I'm not saying that if you don't please people you can be rude towards them. No, it's really more about yung parang boundary ng being honest to yourself, standing up for yourself, and being dishonest to other people. So learn to really go back to your values. If it's no longer aligned with your values, then you have to say no to it. If there's a certain topic that you don't agree with, speak up. And yeah, I think it's one of the things that I really also want to release this 2026. We're all recovering. I think I would be a recovering people pleaser. But it's good to say no when you really mean no. So, anything you want to add, my friend?
Yeah, I think you've mentioned a lot, my friend.
Bakit parang binibigay ko yung mga... I'm so sorry if I'm putting Jala and Eshi in the spotlight.
No, but it's so easy to spot it when you are actually in a people pleasing state. When you know it's not easy for you to say yes to, then definitely assess and think of it as something na this is not something I would like to do. So learn to say no. It's powerful to learn to say no and create your boundaries, even if it's like family, friends. Think about it's not about being selfish, but it's really protecting your peace.
True, exactly. And being liked is not the same as being aligned. So, again, we always have to go back to our true selves. Is this like still aligned with what I really want and what I value? So yeah, another thing, my Mari Ashley, that you wanna
Oh my
remove
gosh.
this
So
2026?
comparison, letting go in 2026 of comparison culture. And I've said this earlier when I read about letting go of comparison culture because
Walang pasong dyan. May pasong siya kanina.
culture. Wala, because I always start the song with the last word like culture. Culture, wala talaga. Sorry, I've failed you this time. I'm not a people pleaser anymore, so I will not push. But comparison culture, I mean, comparison is a thief of joy, diba? Is a thief of joy. So everyone has their own journey, everyone has their own pace, and we all go through different phases in our lives. We all have different years to go through. And when you maybe feel na you are not on in the same pace with someone, then take it as an encouragement. Like
Yep.
and always not that you would like to take it negatively, like you're just seeing kasi the tip of the iceberg, but you don't know what a person goes through to have to reach to a specific milestone that they have.
Exactly.
In the same way that you will have to go through that journey to reach a specific milestone. So why compare, diba? I mean, it's always a good inspiration and encouragement. So keep it to yourself, siguro na. Yeah, I like to have the same things that they're having, but then is it a true choice for you, or are you just being envious, or are you just comparing, or is it just, again, a pressure in the timeline? I should be this by this, but is it really your timeline? Is it
Yep.
really, or are you staying away from the gratitude that you should be experiencing, instead na, yes, wala ako naging ani, but I have this. Yes, ingon ani I experience, but I also have this. So,
Yep.
ground yourself and think about your current reality, and really focus on yourself. I think that's the
Yeah.
one thing about comparison, is just focus on yourself, because we all have our own journey, our own lane, and we will all get there, and we will all die.
That's true.
so, so yeah, and enjoy every bit of it. I mean, yeah, comparison culture should be canceled.
Exactly. Very good insights, Maddie. And again, when we compare ourselves to others, it's a disservice again to where you are at your current ano matawag dyan, current season. So
Mm.
again, everyone is in their specific season for a reason. So just like what Ashley said, enjoy, experience it fully, because a season will not come back, if I may say. So again, if you're in that specific season, and other, you see people posting online that they're getting married, they're traveling, and you're not there, it's a good perspective to always see that as, again, an encouragement or an inspiration. Na, I would like to have that someday, but for now, this is what I have to work on. Blah blah
Mhm.
blah blah. Blah. So yeah.
Yeah, and also I think to stop the comparison culture really is to start being grateful of what you have. 'Di ba no? Sometimes we tend to forget ba of what we truly have, gani. That's why we start comparing ourselves to others. So stop comparing yourselves to others and start, being grateful of what you have right now, kay para dili ka wala sa katong path that you wanted to reach.
Yeah. It would
Exactly.
be such a different world if everyone focuses and stays on their lane, like walang pakialamanan, walang comparison. You focus on your kuko. Focus on your kuko. Like,
Um,
yeah, so, diba? So, yeah.
Biglang na-conscious ako. But yes, definitely. That's a really, really good insight, my friend. Let me just share, because one of the things that I always do as well, like for example, there are bad days. It's not always great days, but at the end of the day, when you count your blessings, I think it's one of the things that would remind you that you are living, a good life. So yeah. Another thing, diba? Napaka ano po sa akin ng letting go na theme na ito. Letting go
Letting
of
go.
romantic pressure and the idea that being single equates to failing. So, again, let's talk about timelines, because I think me, I'm gonna be, diba? Age reveal na naman tayo. I'm gonna be 38 this year. Oh my gosh.
Shocking.
Shocking news. Well, thank you so much.
Yes,
My
don't look
gift
your
ka sa
age.
akin this 2026. No, just kidding. But yeah, just like what we mentioned on the timeline, everyone has their own timelines. If you are in your single season, same as me, enjoy that season. Because again, what you call that, being single is not a sign of failure. It's really, I believe in the grand scheme of things, that everything happens for a reason. So you're there for a reason. You're alone but not lonely, I would say, for a reason. Learn to enjoy it. Learn to really know about yourself, because it's one of the best ways for you to become, if God really destined you to be a partner or a wife or a husband to someone. It's one way to kind of really be a great partner. If
Mhm.
you know yourself, you know what you want, you're just you have that security, and anong ba tawag dyan? You have like an anchor for everything that you do, everything that you give to a relationship, because again, you spend time well being in your single season. And again, I would say, if single blessedness is your path, love is not the, I mean, romantic love, I would say, romantic love is not the only marker of a meaningful life. You have a lot of things in your life, like just like what Jello said, again, in that theme of being grateful, you have your purpose. It can be your career, your passion, you have your friends, your family. Again, it's one way for you to kind of grow and gain your confidence in your single season. So yeah, and one reminder, I learned this 2024, being alone is really different from being lonely. So it's very dangerous to ano bang tawag dyan? Really push yourself to be in a relationship just because you're lonely. You have to really kind of identify that. Do I want a relationship just because I'm lonely, or do I want a relationship because I want to serve my future partner? I want to be, a wife. I want to be a husband that is really like a good partner to ano ba tawag dyan? To to the married life. Tama ba? But yes, it's all about learning to enjoy your own company, because again, at the end of the day, even if you're married, you still spend more time with yourself. So yeah, so I think those are the things that we want to share. But we would also like to share a personal, ano bang tawag dyan? The thing that we're letting go this 2026, our personal, take on it. So, sino gusto mag-start? My friend?
Yeah, ako ba di ay?
Sorry naman. Sino ba?
No, nakalimot ko da. Pero bitaw, seriously, not bringing into 2026 is my bad habit of kana ganing katong um saying not good things about yourself. 'Di ba they say that words are powerful. So it should start from you na kana ganing like right now I'm practicing when I wake up na I when I kanang waking up nga kana ganing say like this will be a great day, or this is a great day to start, no, or I mean mind setting na kanang para mas ma-encourage gani ka, 'di ba? Because as I've said earlier nga, if words are powerful, so start being good to yourself, saying good things to yourself, 'di ba? You are loved, you are enough, you are unstoppable. So I think these are powerful words na to start to jumpstart your day nga, to reach those goals that you wanted to reach for that day or for the whole week or for whatever it is, your goals that you want to attain in your life ba, really nga kay sometimes manggod, even if it's just a joke, 'di ba, nga kanang with friends gani nga kanang they say bad things nga as joke, pero one way or another it will affect us unconsciously, 'di ba, nga kanang umurag ato gani ulam ano naka pero I have to let go of those not so good habits of mine. It is really hard, but I know it's doable and I can do it. So yeah.
Start with you can do it.
Yeah, because it will always starts from within yourself, 'di ba? Nga kanang you have to be comfortable with yourself, you have to be happy with yourself. Kay as what Cookie said earlier, nga kanang if your season of singleness will end, then you've found your lifetime partner, then mas ma-enjoy to nimo fully ang imuhang partner, because you've already reached a point in your life wherein dili di ay mapuno sa imuhang partner ang imuhang life. You are already full. It's just your partner just complements your life and make your life sweeter, better,
Love
'di ba?
it.
Sweet. Me naman, I'm letting go of ganiha I said unhealthy habits, which is true. Unhealthy, ang unhealthy habits are too much sugar intake. Grabe gid ko sa sugar. And when you age, like every year you age, when you age, it's so hard to burn. And then, yeah, so on sugar mainly, sugar, and then next na lang sodium. Soda naman, minimal lang. And then I was thinking, what else? Because very competitive yung answer ni Jello. So I'm like, what else should I let go? So I've decided actually this year, and I've this is so funny. So I have told Noel na, you know what, my life pala is like a diary, because I most of the time I share so much, like I overshare, like when I go someplace, etc. Ang ako ang like Instagram, like dot na lang siya because of the many stories that I share. And I like it because si Cookie before doesn't do that. Pero she's not also like oversharer like me. Pero I overshare, but then the reason I do that is because I look back and then I have these memories and I'm like, oh, so fun. So this happened pala, especially that I'm not very good with memory and timeline. Oh, so this happened pala. So I keep doing it. But then I saw this meme in Reel na Noel and we keep sending to each other. I'm not sure if I sent this one though. There was one person na she's very quiet in social media, and her goal was to write it in a diary about lies. When she dies down, she will write lies about herself. Now, for example, she will write down, it was so fun in January 2025 when I climbed the Mount Everest. It was the hardest climb I ever. So para daw makaanang yung husband, what? Or friends, what? She actually did this on her. Magmamatay siya. And then I told myself, I can never do that because my life is in Instagram. Everything is there. But then I told Noel, you know what? I'll try to stay quiet. So I'll let go of being loud this 2026. I will try to parang keep it at a minimum, whatever I wanted, like really something that I really wanted to remember. That's what I'm going to share. So what I did, I have Instagram, pero I only share it with Noel, my stories. So siya lang. Siya lang. So I'll stay quiet and then work on the goals and things that I wanted to work on. But then I do not like torture myself na I'm itching to share because I share it with my husband lang. So yeah, letting go of oversharing and then just really quietly working on your goal, and then it doesn't feel like I'm torturing myself because I'm that person. I really overshare, so I share it with friends na lang ang mga anak. So yeah, letting go of oversharing and drama.
Drama. You're not dramatic, Mari, but yeah, we love your personality 100%, even if you say that you're loud. But yeah, that's the Eshi that we know. So keep on sharing, please. Just
Apel kasi akong close friends. Noel and you.
ay, hindi pala kami kasama doon. But yeah, those are really good insights. For me, this is kind of technical. But I've learned this last year. It's all about really, I will be letting go of avoiding triggers on medyo technical. So let me explain. One of the things that I really learned was from very important one was from Dr. Gabor Mate, wherein he said na you should welcome triggers because these are important ways for you to know yourself. Triggers are, for example, you got mad because somebody said this. Although it wasn't meant to be offensive, you got offended because it might be like a wound from the past that you have to face. So, one of the things that I did last year was to really assess myself. So, for example, I was conversing with a friend, blah, blah, blah. Maybe he said or she said something that kind of triggered a negative response from me. I may not have said it out loud. It may be an internal what do you call that response, but I would ask myself, why did I react that way? Why was there a negative reaction towards what she said, what she did, what he said, blah blah blah. And it's one of the ways that really helped me face old wounds and really tackle that yung parang part of healing. It's all about your nervous system processing why this triggers like a painful or a negative reaction from you. So I will let go of, one of the things that we tend to like one of the things that we do in our life is, for example, if a friend offended us and it wasn't really something that he or she meant, we tend to cut off that person or stay away from that person. Where in the truth is, we just have to really deal with our internal what do you call that, like our internal response. Just have to really heal from that specific response to really get a better or give a better response in the future, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, instead of cutting a person off, try to really assess, like, where is this pain coming from? Is this an old wound that I have to assess? Is this something that my nervous system needs to process? Something like that, because it helps you with healing. And that's the only way for you to be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Because sometimes these triggers, we start, just like what Jello said, we start off with saying negative things to ourselves. It becomes a reflection. And we mirror it to others. So yeah, ang dami ko po sinabi.
That's a good realization of being focused on knowing what your triggers are.
Mm.
Because for me naman, I'm different na now.
Wow!
I'm different na now. Yes, I choose na my battles.
Ay,
Yes, because before I will pick a fight. Cat fights. Yes, shit. But
It's
no,
a
I'm sorry.
joint.
No, but so I think it depends on you, like,
Mm,
if is it a friend, is it someone worth my energy?
yeah,
So that's the thing there. So the person naman will not trigger you if it's not someone important for sure, 'di ba?
exactly.
So for me, I will not engage into something where I know it's just gonna exhaust me. It's not worth my time and my energy.
Mm,
I've learned that na parang murag nahago ko nimo. You get out of my system. Ana lang.
very
Feeling,
nice.
ana lang.
Ana lang.
So if I feel like you're wasting my time, bye.
Yeah, and that's a good response because again, it's your nervous system telling you now you're safe. You don't have to really involve yourself
Yes.
in this conversation. So
Yes.
again, it won't like affect you in a negative way. So
Yes.
that's a good response as well, Maddie. Okay, so Adiv, I think we have finished this episode in a really timely manner. Congratulations to us. But
Perfect.
yes, that is the end of our episode. If you have reached this far in our conversation, thank you so much. We really appreciate all your support last 2025, and we kind of are hoping that you will support us this 2026. Again, we are talking about this because again, as millennials, as Filipinos, we're kind of taught to really endure, sacrifice, and keep going. There's nothing wrong with that. It's part of resilience, but often it's at the expense of ourselves.
Yeah.
So, this is a reminder that you're not behind. You're just living in a different season, in a different world with different rules. Different world sa Mars ba sila? No, just kidding.
Different reality. Doctor Strange.
Yeah, so my friend,
Yeah, so letting go isn't giving up, it's choosing peace.
Right.
peace.
'Di ba?
Peace be with you. Yung akala mo song, no, 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 no. Okay, thank you everyone. Please like, follow. If you have,
Uy,
yeah.
by the way, I want to shout out my friend in the US, naga-watch siya sa tuang podcast. Friend from elementary, si Nelter John. Oh, gi-shout out na ta ka ha.
Oh my gosh, meron pala ganyan kasi. Gusto mo shout out dyan?
Dr. John, hello.
Thank you so much for watching.
Dili siya Dr. Maddie, si Nelter John. Yang
Aging. I heard Dr. John. I was like, please send me my vitamins.
Oh my God, napaka-demure pa ni Ashi today. A nurse. So sorry. But yes, thank you for watching. And yeah, that's the end of our episode. Again, this is Cookie.
This is Jello
This Eshi.
And we'll see you back in the next episode of the Who Cares
Cares
podcast.
podcast.
See ya.
Thanks,
See ya.
everyone. Bye.